Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia Lost can be found. This video is going to contain my summoning session for Summer Leonidas and Gala Audric. You may be surprised to see this video coming off of my last summoning session. You may be surprised to see I haven't posted a separate video to talk about the Summer Scions event, Summer Yuden, have not talked about Legend Tartarus, which also released recently. And yes, here I am doing another summoning session in lieu of a Should You Summon video or another type of video. And basically, it's just been a sweltering summer. Saw that Summer Leonidas. I know it's been very hot for everybody, but it's also been very busy over here on my end as I've had to return to the office for my job. And so I haven't had as much time to make Dragalia Lost videos lately. And I think that's why you've seen over the past month or a month and a half, most of my videos just coming out on the weekends, a couple of videos every weekend, and probably gonna have to continue at that pace for a while until work slows down a little bit, or if anything changes, maybe we'll be able to make some changes with the video release schedule. But for that reason, I am here with my summoning session. Normally, I would wait till the end of the showcase window before deciding whether or not to summon. I would have probably posted a review video about this banner right now, and I don't even know if this is a banner I should summon on strategically, but I want to get Summer Leonidas and I want to get Gala Audric, and we had a lot of summer packs available as well as some of the beginner packs coming back. So as you can see, we are well prepared to summon today. So we have a lot of Diamantium resources going into this. I also noticed that here on the Worm Sigils, Summer Sinnoh is available as a possible backup candidate if we have to go super deep in our summoning and aren't able to get Summer Leonidas or Gala Audric right away. But essentially, it's just been a super jam-packed summer. So Dragalia Lost has definitely heated up this summer in comparison to previous summers with just how many showcases there have been. Like, it feels like far more banners than we've gotten in the past with summer alts, including some limited ones for the first time. So obviously my Wormite has not been able to keep up, but we have come prepared today, so we'll see if we're able to pull both Gala Audric and Summer Leonidas relatively easily, or if it takes a lot of resources for us to do so. I think that Summer Chell is going to be on the next banner, and I would have to guess that it's going to be a prize showcase. But again, the reason I'm posting this today and not a later day in this banner is basically just time availability. Tomorrow, we're going to have This Month in Dragalia Lost, so I will be posting a video about that tomorrow. And then sometime during the week, I'll probably post a video dedicated to Summer Yuden and the Summer Scions event and story as a whole. And then at some point, when I get around to it, I'll take on Legend Tartarus. But I'm still doing my weeklies for Legend Ayaha and Datoha. Still have quite a bit of grinding to do there, so it really feels like a lot has happened this summer already. But anyway, just for a quick breakdown and quick look at the showcase here, one of the things that interested me the most about Gala Audric was his co-ability. Right now, this co-ability is not available in the Light Element. We have this in Flame via Halloween Mim. We have it in Wind via Valentine's Melody, but now this co-ability is also going to be available in the Light Element, so that's pretty sweet. And mechanically, it looks like Gala Audric uses skill chains, which is kind of what Gala Alex does, so that's my expectation for how he plays, but of course have not looked through this with a high level of scrutiny here. Summer Leonidas, I have to admit I'm curious about this feline pet that he has, and you could see Gala Chell, his sister, in the background, just looking super good. I feel like all of the summer alts this year have just been really, really well designed, so happy to see Summer Leonidas fall into that camp as well. And the most notable thing about Summer Leonidas for me, I guess two things. One, he does have a Dragon Drive feature, so you're not going to be able to see Swimsuit Mars, which actually was showcased over on the game's Twitter, so there is such a thing as Swimsuit Mars. But the other thing that made me want to summon him is that he actually has a Royale skill in the Battle Royale, so that's also not shown here. But that is a unique feature of Summer Leonidas, and the reason I didn't post a video the past couple days was literally I was farming up the Battle Royale for the month because I hadn't played it all month, and just had to get that done before I could post a banner review or post anything else, just basically trying to keep up with Dragalia Lost more so than post new videos. But anyway, we have an opportunity to make a video here. Hopefully it is a wonderful summoning session for us. I don't know. We've obviously greeded pretty hard to be able to even summon at this point, so we'll see whether that greed is rewarded or not. Let's begin our summoning session. Let's start with our single vouchers, and we'll go ahead and do all 10 of these at once and try to increase our pity rate. Let's see what happens. So it is Gala rates. We may get a pity rate break right away. We're going to get a 4-star. Let's go ahead and skip through this. And no 5-star there to break our pity. And now that we've done that, let's start using our tenfolds, beginning with the Wormite and vouchers. I've gotten a lot of feedback on that over the years about Foundry, why are you using your Diamantium first? You should save your Diamantium, and that is correct. Probably is best to use the Wormite first, with Diamantium having a higher value. Sometimes I use it for different reasons. We'll see what we summon first, and then we'll go into that. Alright, Reborn Poseidon. I mean, not bad. If we're going to get a dupe dragon, not bad to get one that can only be summoned on these Gala showcases, and I believe for my second Gala Reborn Poseidon, that is now like a second unbind on it, so that's also pretty respectable. But I think one of the reasons in the past was I do some Dragalia Lost gameplay on my phone, and Diamantium doesn't carry over across accounts, but Wormite does. So I think part of it was I like to keep my Wormite balance a little bit higher, and then do the summoning on the iPad here. We got another dragon, so that's pretty good. And I would burn through the Diamantium sometimes sooner, even up my accounts. Alright, just a regular Agni. Not a Gala Reborn Agni. But that's okay. More Eldwater fodder. Let's use our Wormite now first. So this time around, I think we've pre-invested in enough Diamantium that we probably want to have, like, we'll probably be able to save some of this unless we have to spark. So we'll see. So I think that's a good enough reason to use Wormite, and all this Diamantium is here on this iPad now, as opposed to split across multiple devices. So let's use our Wormite first, and we'll see if we get anything good with it. We have gotten a nice selection of 5 stars, with this being our third. 2 of them, in fact, so 4th 5-star as well here. If we could come away with just using our Wormite, it would be kind of interesting to have purchased so much Diamantium, of course, but we're getting 2 dragons, so we're not going to achieve our goals in this circle. And our first dragon is Pazuzu. Alright. And then our second dragon is Prometheus. Oh, and then Eleonora here too. Pazuzu brings to mind other Dragalia Lost YouTubers, and so it's been nice to see, you know, a good mix of other content creators, as I haven't been able to be as productive lately with making videos. So I'm glad that folks out there are making those, and you're seeing some new creators come onto the scene as well. I'm really happy to see that for the game, because I think it's a game still deserving of that, but you need that new blood and new perspectives, I think, to keep a community and scene alive as far as content creation. So it's good to see that, especially people at like different stages of the game. And speaking of that, I have felt, I've been feeling like, wow, like I felt for some of my fellow Dragalia Lost YouTubers, because there are a lot of Mim fans out there. There are a lot of Audric fans, you know, sometimes those overlap. Just this summer, these summer showcases have been insane. So hopefully my friends in the Dragalia Lost YouTube community were lucky with their summons and were able to get whoever it was they were going for, because I feel like just like multiple heavy hitter banners with you know, fan favorite characters. So I missed Summer Mim, but was lucky to have cleaned up the rest of these summer showcases. And now we have Gala Audric, which I gotta admit did not see coming at all. Obviously once we had Chapter 20 Part 2, that was my prediction, but like earlier in this month I would have not foreseen this. Summer Leonidas and Summer Shell, also not something I necessarily expected until we got our Summer Scions event preview. Okay, going through a dry spell here as far as our 5 stars go. We'll see if we get any kind of transformation at the end of this circle. One thing I should emphasize, if you are newer to Dragalia Lost, and I doubt many of you are at this point, but if you've at this point in the video and you are, I skipped through these 4-star summons, but it doesn't mean that the 4-star and 3-star characters are irrelevant. I just happen to have collected them all already. And so I want to make that clear, like, the 3 stars and 4 stars in this game are still very good, even though we don't get them released as frequently as we used to. And as I say that, we get a dragon transformation. Nice. One other cool thing has been to see the 3 and 4 stars continue to appear in the campaign, and not just the campaign, but like side stories, having a lot of characters appear. Oh, nice! Our first copy of Raphael. I was gonna say, having a lot of side characters appear in our last summer event, our defensive battle summer event with Ieyasu and Mitsuhide, they just fit into that story really well, and I thought that was a good execution, good use of them. But Raphael here, great pickup. It seems like whoever told me a while back in the comments that if you see a transformation like that, like how we saw our Dragonstone transform from a gold into a rainbow, somebody posted a while back that when that happens, it's always going to be something that you don't have already and going to be new. Well, I feel like at this point, that hypothesis, I guess it hasn't been falsified, is the best I can say. Like, that seems to have always been the case. Ever since I remember reading that, it feels like that does always happen. So, we got a new dragon. Pretty cool to pick up Raphael, just because I did dream summon for Faris, trying to collect the different apostles, and this was the only archangel I was missing and didn't have the resources to go for at the time. And recently was able to max and bind Gabrielle in the free, the free 100-fold day that we had. Got an extra unbind on Gabrielle, so now we have our first copy of Raphael as well. That's also going to mean some Sunlight Ore. I checked out the treasure trade since that had been updated to look at what the exchange rates were, and you know, there's an okay exchange rate for Moonlight Stones to Sunlight Ore. Little on the pricey side, was not able to exchange anything myself, but was able to trade in a lot of steel bricks and get, I think, 3 Damascus crystals, or maybe more than that. Was it 5? So was able to take advantage of that one, but I'm honestly not even sure. I guess going forward, I'll save my Moonlight Stones for those Sunlight Ore, since it's probably a little bit better than just getting the Eldwater off of them. But yeah, it is a pretty big Eldwater exchange for 1 ore, so I saw that and saw that you can now use mana for honey, but that does have a monthly limit. Here we go with another 5-star. Has it really been all dragons lately? Or today, I mean? It has, I think, right? So, are we going to get an adventure this time? 1 dragon and 2 dragons, okay. So obviously, getting to 300 summons without either of the featured adventures would be kind of rough, as we get a rough dragon there, Styx, and Agni again. And, well, I say 300 summons, but we're in halftime now, double time, I don't know what the right way to say it is, but, you know, our Diamantium summons count for twice as much, so we really want to see either Leonidas or Audric coming up soon here, and that will make our sparking life much, much more pleasant, for sure. And then obviously if we see both, Summers and Noah, as our backup plan. Alright, a bow. Neither of them are a bow, so that doesn't exactly bode well. I mean, it could be Isaac, so I don't have him yet. Could be a dupe, of course. And it's a dupe Summer Alex, funny enough. So let's take a step back and evaluate our life situation right now. So I had hoped, obviously, with this amount of diamantium infusion to my account, that along the way we'd at least get one of these, and then we have enough here to spark for the other one. At this point, this doesn't look like the best situation. So I'll say that. Let's see what our next tenfold brings. No sign of a 5-star yet. No sign of a 5-star there, y'all. So our greed may not be rewarded here today. If I had to choose, would I get Summer Leonidas or Gala Audric? You know, it's hard to turn down Gala Audric because he is a Gala adventurer, so I feel like he's going to be harder to get. Summer Leonidas is part of the permanent summoning pool. I could dream summon him down the road, maybe. Or just get him randomly. So, in theory, I feel like I should prioritize Gala Audric. Also has that special co-ability. But just looking at Summer Leonidas, it makes it a hard decision for me. Alright, things are getting kind of dire, and I'm also realizing, did I miscalculate by 1/10-fold? It's starting to seem like that might be the case. Because I think, am I not going to get up to 300, but rather 290? If so, we'll be able to work it out. There are singles in the event that I haven't gotten yet, but absolutely brutal situation unfolding here, obviously. So, what is our appearance rate? 7.5%. Okay, this is it. This is for all the marbles right now. Our recklessness seems to have been punished severely here, as we don't see any sign of a 5-star. And we have some ground to make up as far as getting another 10 summons off. Absolutely brutal. Alright, we'll skip ahead. Up to 8%. And now, in the sequence that we've used, you know, it's not even great. I was off here. I don't know why I thought we had enough for 300 and we're slightly short. Well, okay, we obviously can't get those dragons. Fair enough. We have some new things in Knott's notes because of Raphael. So now if we get 500 diamantium, we can get our spark, but then we're at 310 worm sigils. We have like 10 random worm sigils that we wouldn't have even needed to spend wormite on. So I feel like obviously mistakes were made, but we do have these 700 that we could use singles with, I guess. I guess we could do that. And then 1 ticket and like 2 single summons. I'm gonna take a break and decide what I should do. I will be back shortly. Well, y'all, it seems like our devil may care, more casual attitude to Dragalia Lust has not paid off here, as we've put ourselves in this bad position where we now have to do our last tenfold summon to get our worm sigils past 300 using diamantium, and our appearance rate is at 8%. So this is where we are. 12 wings every day nowadays. This is the Dragalia Lust life that we lead. The pack that I got is this pack, which I wasn't necessarily planning on getting. We'll do it. We'll see who delivers us our Elderwater for today. But that's what I got to get the diamantium needed to put us over the top here. So let's see how this goes, and then we'll do our last tenfold summon. Alright, well that's a nice little compensation prize, I guess. Wow. Well, speaking of Isaac, unreal. Absolutely unreal. I mean, that was the plus banner. Now I wish we could go look at the actual details on that. But that's one of the few adventures. I guess it's recent adventures too, if it includes Isaac, but still one of the few adventures I don't have in the game. So, alright. Makes me feel a little bit better about the situation, not gonna lie, but obviously we've still made some bad decisions that have led us to this point. Let's continue that by doing the summon here. At least we're gonna break our pity rate. It all comes down to this. Show me an axe or a lance, please. A dragon? And an axe! Okay, come on. We need that axe to be Gala Audric. We need that to happen. Oh, and another Poseidon. The glow-up Poseidon, in fact. Alright. We need the axe to be Gala Audric. Oh no! Child Ransel, why? Why did you do this? I skipped your banner. I skipped your banner because I didn't care about amps. And I, more importantly, skipped Humanoid Mercury. Oh, absolutely brutal. But at the same time, look on the bright side. That's an adventure that we didn't have, right? So that's good. We got an adventure that we didn't have. Now, when it comes to Summer Leonidas, I believe he also, defense amps that he introduces, which sounds like kind of insane. That actually sounds a lot better than strength amps. So there is something to that, I guess. And then we have Gala Audric, which, I mean, just look at him. Look at that parallel Zodiarch. Look at that. So this is a tough one. I don't know if I'm gonna decide right now. Probably need to think about this a little bit more before deciding. And maybe tomorrow when I come back to do This Month in Dragalia Lost, I'll also make my choice at that point. We're gonna close out. We'll go back. Man, that Child Ransel and Isaac. But like I said, we didn't have them already, so it could have been much worse for us. And how long do we have on this showcase? We still have some days here, so when I come back, I'll make a decision on who I want to pull. That is going to do it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this wild summoning session. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.